This week in church, we sung a very popular song entitled, How Great Is Our God? And I've heard this song for years, and I do get into it, and because it's one of those songs that really focus on the greatness of God. Let me read some lyrics to you. It starts off by saying, the splendor of the King clothed in majesty. Let all the earth rejoice, let all the earth rejoice. He wraps himself in light and darkness tries to hide and trembles at his voice. Then the chorus goes like this. How great is our God? Sing with me. How great is our God? And all will see how great is our God. I'm reading the lyrics because I don't want to bust out in song because I don't sing in front of y'all. I sing to the Lord, not to you, because I don't sing that well to you, but the Lord loves my voice. Amen. Amen. But as I think about that song, even the title, How Great is Our God? It's kind of posed as a question. But it's also a statement as we sing, because we are declaring how great our God is. And most of the time when this song is sung in a congregation, people will hold their hands up, close their eyes, and we can really focus, because I think even the way the song is written, it makes you meditate on how great God is. And so let's talk about that. First of all, the statement, then the question. The statement, we're declaring to the world that God is great, and we want all the world to see how great is our God. But the question is this: how great do people see God in our lives? Do we live in such a way that the world will see that our God is great? Or are we too consumed being like the world that there's no difference between us and the world? And this isn't, a criticism of you, it's of me too. I mean, when people look at my life, do they see the glory of God written on my life? Do they see that do I complain like everybody else does? See somebody on the street, how's your day going? Oh, I'm doing horrible. It's too hot outside. When circumstances come my way, do I just shrink and fall into depression and not focus on how great my God is? I heard a sermon one day about the Hebrew boys, and the pastor said, it's great to tell God about our problems, but sometimes we need to tell our problems about our God. And I think about how that will apply in this situation. If we're singing and declaring to the world how great our God is, when we go through trials, how come we're not telling people, hey, my God is great? Whether I get out of the circumstance or I stay in it, my God is still great. See, kind of like the Hebrew boys in their fiery furnace, they would not worship the king no matter what, because they said, listen, our God is able to save us. And even if he doesn't, we will still not bow to you. God's greatness and God's awesomeness, they focused on the fact that God could, and whether he chose to or not, they still would worship God. This is a challenge for me and for you. Is my God really great? Do I live in a way that my God is great? So think about the greatness of God. I think of several verses in the Bible that talk about God's greatness. One of them is found in Psalms 145, verse, I love this sound of that right there. Psalm 145, I think it's verse 3. It says this: Great is the Lord and highly to be praised. His greatness is unfathomable. His greatness is unfathomable. Another version says it's unsearchable. You can't seek out how awesome God's greatness is. It's immense. God is great. Another verse I like about God's greatness is Psalm 96, I believe. Psalm 96. And it says this. I love that sound. I know I read the Bible sometime on my iPad and stuff, but it's nothing like that sound. Here we go. Psalm 96, it says this: Sing to the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord all the earth. Sing to the Lord and bless his name. Proclaim good tidings of his salvation from day to day. Tell of his glory among the nations, his wonderful deeds among all the peoples. For God is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations, they are idols, but God made the heavens. Man, the psalmist he was captured by God's greatness. And I believe as he lived his life, people heard, because the brother was always singing these songs, the greatness of God. Here's the application. Continue to sing, how great is our God. Continue to listen to that song. But every time you listen to it or sing it, I want you to think about how to live your life from the world. Because through your life, the world will see How great is our God.